기억나지 않아. 뭔가 잘못됐어.
Kong Inju took the cell phone while Haiwan was calling Teo. Teo was shocked by the call and he rushed to meet Kong Inju in No Haiwan. Teo immediately looked for Haiwan, but it turned out that Haiwan had separated from Inju. Because the bride can't be here, said Inju. Inju gave him a photo with Haiwan and made him not move in front of Inju. Teo is not afraid of punching threats, because he has a weakness for punching. Namely the drug business. But Inju still wasn't worried about that and kept pressing Teo. Inju asked Teo to kneel in front of him. Teo was forced to comply, because he didn't want to make Haiwan suffer if the photo spread. Inju felt satisfied and then burned the photos. Inju started partying by drinking and doing drugs. For some reason, Teo felt dizzy at that time. He fell and became unconscious. Teo was shocked when he woke up with his clothes covered in blood and he was holding a sharp weapon covered in blood. He was even more shocked to see Inju sitting unconscious with his body covered in blood. Teo feels something is wrong. Why doesn't he remember anything? Sungju is shocked when he is told that Kong Inju has been killed. Kong Inju's wife and his younger sister, Kong Huiju, were also shocked when they heard the news of Inju's death. Haiwan and Inha were also shocked when they saw the news on television. Haiwan assured Inha that it wasn't true. Inha asked Haiwan to stay at home and not worry. He promises to bring Teo back. When interrogation, Teo said that he couldn't remember anything. But the police still declared Teo a suspect in the 2 murder cases. Because only 3 people used the private lift for the royal suite, and Teo was arrested at the crime scene. Teo said that the private elevator can only be used by the Kengo owner and his family. And there is also no CCTV to protect the owner's privacy. Then the police brought evidence that pushed Teo into a corner. That is, there is cocaine residue in Teo's blood. Teo remembers that night, he was given a drink mixed with cocaine by Inju. Teo can only remember that moment. And after he drank, he couldn't remember anything. The police show the injection marks on Teo's arm. The police said Teo didn't remember because of the drugs in his body, and because Teo was drunk. In the news it was stated that Teo had been accused of embezzlement. In a separate investigation by the prosecutor's office before this incident. And Teo has been dismissed from the company because he caused huge losses. Haiwan and Chairman Jongmo were angry watching the news. Then Chairman Jongmo called Inha and asked about the news. That he told Inha to block media coverage. Inha could only apologize to his father. But he got even angrier because Inha apologized again. His father said that the information came from an insider. Then that person has to pay a high price. Teo's foreign friend makes a passport for the hacker. He thought that the hacker would escape. But he just avoided it just in case. Finally, Teo's trial was held. The driver Kong Inju testified that he left the 2 victims and Teo after dropping them off. And he said that Teo was planning a second party at the hotel. Teo could only sit quietly and think. Teo gets a visit. It was Inha and he was angry with Teo. Because Teo has ruined their plans and dreams. Inha said he would try to restore everything that was damaged. Teo feels that Inha has no right to forgive him while he is still in prison. But Teo felt strange because Inha didn't ask anything. He didn't ask Teo why about anything. Chairman Jomo felt strange about the Inju driver, Mo Jaijin. Why is Mo Jaijin a nobody, but dealing with Teo? Why did Inju try to kill Teo? And why Teo killed his son, Kong Inju? Chairman Jomo must know the real reason. Teo was in prison and didn't eat his food. So it made him dizzy and suddenly, he remembered something. He remembered what happened that night. That there was one other person, at the time of the incident, at the hotel. Until he fainted and confused the officers. Teo woke up in the treatment room. Teo saw that there was a telephone in the room. When Teo wanted to take the phone, suddenly the doctor came. She asked if Teo is on hunger strike to prove his innocence. Then he asked Teo to survive to have hope. And the doctor offered to help, so Teo could call. Because Teo had killed Inju for her. Then Teo rushed to call, because the officers would come soon. It turns out he called Haiwan. Haiwan was surprised to get a call from Teo. He left the room so as not to wake in her. Haiwan asks if he really killed Inju. Teo replies that he will find out. When Haiwan offered help, officers suddenly arrived. And Teo hangs up and leaves, with the prison officer. The officer felt Teo owed him a favor. For letting him call earlier. Then he wrote down the account number on Teo's palm. And asked Teo to return the favor to him. Because nothing is free. Haiwan comes to Teo's hacker friend's place. Haiwan said that Teo asked her to come see him. The hacker refused because he didn't want to get involved with Teo. Haiwan asked if he was involved with Kong Inju's death. The hacker said what Teo said he was involved. Haiwan answered no, then she delivered a message from Teo. Even though he was in prison, Teo could talk from there. And that Teo needs his help. Teo called Haiwan again. Haiwan believes that Teo didn't commit the murder. When Teo finished the call, In-her was suddenly standing behind Haiwan. Haiwan asked In-her to take a shower and rest. But then In-her hugged Haiwan. In-her feels that right now she needs entertainment from Haiwan. Teo gets a visit. It was his hacker friend, who disguised as Teo's lawyer. He asked Teo not to call and send someone to him. Teo asks him to investigate what happened that night. And what does that have to do with Mo Jaijin? Finally, the trial decided that Teo was guilty. And will be imprisoned for life.